Well, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the barrel racing? This is always a fun class. This is where we get to see the versatility of our Percheron horses. We are going to be welcoming into the arena your top 15 runners, taking their average scores, bringing back your top 15 entries. We want to say a special thank you to Midwest Equine Surgery and Sports Medicine. They are the sponsors for our barrel racing competition, the finals. We are going to see, as I said, 15 entries. They're going to run one at a time, just like they do on those NFR stages. But we're going to see these horses really making some turns and burns. They've done it in the other warm-up arena, but now they get the chance to be here in the Warner Coliseum. It is a set timer. We're going to play some music and we're going to cheer them on as they come in. If they by chance go across the time and come back, that is a disqualification. So they have to do just like they do at the NFR. We're going to do either 2 rights and a left or a left and 2 rights. It is totally up to the rider on how they come in, but we're going to be sending in 1 rider at a time. Are you ready for the barrel racers? Number 756, Cooper, going to be making their way in first. Cooper Bargainquast. That gray horse gonna decide to go to the right. She's gonna make the first barrel. Heading over to barrel number 2. At a lope, maybe at a jog. All right, she's going to go to the home barrel. She's making the turn. Ladies and gentlemen, bring her home. This is Cooper Bargainquast. The good news is Cooper is leading the scoreboard, 34.132. But Emma's coming in. Emma's going to be in it to win it. It is going to be Killian instead. Killian Lobenstein will be coming in. All right, 777 making their way in. Let's make some noise. Not real sure on that barrel, but we're going to take it down to number 2. Got a nice trot going. Smooth around number 2. Heading to number 3, going a little dressage on us there. All right. We've cleared barrel 3. Let's bring them home. We have a new leader, 33.217. New leader with Killian. Now they tell us Maya is next. Maya is going to be making her way in. It is Maya. You are in this to win it. Let's cheer on Maya. All right, she's going to make that turn. sights on that final barrel, but we can't cross back across. She's a little wide, but she's having fun. She's clearing barrel number 3. All right, Maya making her way back. We have a new leader in the house at 28.75. Now we're going to turn our attention number 765, Amy. Amy's been practicing. She's focused. Can she take over the top spot? Amy Frey, number 765, will be next. Let's cheer on Miss Amy. Remember, it's timed, Amy. All right, she's going to go to number 3. But she has good form, right? She's looking good doing it. Might not be real fast, but she's looking good doing it. Amy making that final turn, now heading back to the timer. $37.46, Amy, but you look good. 37.46. Shannon Olson, number 772. We are ready to see how you can fly through these barrels. Shannon Olson, 772. She's going to go to the left first. Well, maybe right. We're going to go right first. She's made a clear run around number 1. Down to number 2. Our sights are on barrel number 3. She's made a clean turn, and now she is heading home. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get her down that straight path on her way back to the finish line. 36.987. Our time still is 28.75. 28.75 is the lead time, but it could all change with Allie Grossman. Allie Grossman coming. Entry 760. All right, Allie, number 760. She's in it to win it. Look at, she is high-powered, crossing that line, starting the time, hitting barrel number 1. Nice clean turn. She's going to canter over to number 3, or I'm sorry, to number 2. A little wide, but she has a clear run. Heading home to barrel 3. She's ready to turn and burn. Ladies and gentlemen, your next contestant, Allie Grossman. .8. We have 1/100th of a second separating our top 2. Crystal Mast. This is an Oklahoma cowgirl. She's going to know how to do it. Crystal making her way in. We are ready for entry 740. Here we go. Crystal's going to show us how to do it. She is making her way to barrel number 1. Barrel number 2 in her sight. This cowgirl's ready to go to number 3. Let's cheer her on as she heads to barrel number 3. And she's going to power around and head for the gate. Ladies and gentlemen, Crystal Mast. We have a new leader in the house, 28.69. Katie Fleming, she's going to be our first Canadian. Team Canada coming to the arena. Number 763. She had a good time to qualify to make it to our top 15. Katie, let's show them how to do it. Katie's going to go left barrel first. That is up to our riders. Barrel left first. Turn to the right. Good time, good form, heading to barrel number 3. A little wide, but she's going to make up time on her way back. Ladies and gentlemen, our Canadian, Katie Fleming, making her way across the line. We have a new leader in the house, 25.70. 25.70. All right, Levi Schreiber will be coming next. We are going to go to one of our youth riders, Levi Schreiber, coming in. He's done great in all of our youth classes. How is he going to be on the back of the Percheron? Let's see. Entry 775. All right, Levi, you left that cowboy hat back in the barn because you didn't want to lose it, right? All right, here we go. Can he set a new record? Our junior rider, Levi, now crossing the line. All right. He's making it speedy around number 1 and 2. Heading to that final barrel. This cowboy might get it done. Take it home, Mr. Levi Schreiber. Ladies and gentlemen, a new leader in the house, 24.986. Right, we are getting down to our fastest runners, our top 6 qualifiers in time, ready to come in. We're going to go to Trish Powell, number 773. This cowgirl, again, loves to race these horses. We're going to see cowgirl number 773, Trish Powell. The time to beat right now is 24.98. Can Trish do it? Let's see. Starting to the left, making that clean turn. Just got to keep her from crossing back over. She got back under control. Might not be the fastest, but she's going to finish this out looking good doing it. Trish Powell heading to barrel number 3. And now making her way towards the gate. Take this cowgirl out with a nice round of applause. 32.67, 32.67. Emma Jean Millsap riding Sodak's Pete. Emma Jean and Pete. Will this be a good pair? Emma Jean and so does Pete. Number 751. Here we go. She's going to head to that right barrel first. This young cowgirl going to get her sights on barrel number 2. And unfortunately, it's a DQ today, and that don't mean Dairy Queen. All right, we're all right. We're going to have a little DQ for Emma Jean. She was placing in your top 6 entries. Tough break for the cowgirl. Maddie Strain is going to join us next. She's coming to us as a girl who loves to join on all the fun things here at our World Percheron Congress. She's going to be riding next. She's joining us from Manitoba. Can this Manitoba cowgirl do it? Number 776, Maddie Strain. All right, she's made it clear around barrel 1. She's moving into the lope for number 2. Clean run going down to number 3. Can she break that record? Little wide on barrel 3, but we're still in the running. Maddie Strain bringing it home. All right, unfortunately, a little wide on that third barrel, giving her a time of 28.2, 28.2. Number 764, Esther Penders. Esther ready to kind of help us get this back on course. Esther has been riding in your third place position throughout our performances, coming to us for our finals with a combined score taking her in third place as she heads into the finals. Esther in it to win it. Nice close tight barrel 1. Moving over to barrel number 2. Again, she's getting some nice tight turns there, making her way down to number 3. This lady might be in the running. Esther Pender, 764, bringing it home. Esther is good for second place right now. Esther, you're in second place with a time of 25.19. We're going to go to Jeannie Moss. She's joining us from Missouri, the Show Me State. Can she show us how to do it here in the barrel racing? Entry 771, Jeannie Moss. All right, Jeannie making her way. Jeannie is making her way around number 1. Nice clean turn around number 1. Nice long neck horse reaching out. Clean barrel on number 2. We touched it, but it did not fall over. That's all good. She's made it to number 3 safely. And now we are going to bring her home with a wonderful round of applause. Jeannie. Jeannie is now taking our reserve spot in second place with a time of 25.0. All right, we're going to be welcoming in Mr. Austin Sikora. This young man, this cowboy has set the bar high all week. He's coming in as your number 1 rider at our World Percheron Congress. He's coming in with an average time of 22.9. Can he make that score be good enough today? He needs to, again, beat the 24-second rule. He's done it throughout our performances, but today is the day. Number 759, Mr. Austin Sikora. This cowboy coming in to us from Wisconsin in the number 1 spot. Can he keep his position? Pressure's on, Austin, riding our gray horse. He's going to do that warm-up lap. He's been averaging in the 22s. Can he do it today? Austin Sikora. Clean run around number 1. Taking a few extra steps to get to number 2. Going down to barrel number 3. Our cowboy a little wide on barrel 3. But he's made that turn and he's making his way back across the line. Ladies and gentlemen, your world champion in the arena. With a time of 23.3, Austin a little above his time, but he is going to be our champion. We're going to bring all of our riders back in for the placings. We're going to bring all of our riders back in for our placings. All right, we are welcoming our championship contenders into the arena. Once again, our special thank you going out to Midwest Equine Surgery and Sports Medicine. We are going to start in our 14th position. We did have that one disqualification with Imogene. Not all of our riders are here because they're preparing for the cart class. So what we have here, we want to recognize. In 14th position will be number 765. That is Amy Frey. 13th position, number 772, Shannon Olson. Twelfth place will be number 756, Cooper Bargenquast. 11th place to number 777. No, I apologize. 11th place was Killian Lobenstein. That was 11th. 10th place is going to go to number 773, Trish Powell. 9th place to 777. That is Maya Wiltoy's number. Maya was our 9th place rider. 8th place to 760, Allie Grossman. 7th place, number 740, Crystal Mass. In 6th place, number 776, Team Canada with Maddie Strain. 5th place to number 763, another great Canadian rider, Katie Fleming. We're moving into our top 4. Number 764, Esther, with a time of 25.19, Esther Pender. 3rd place going to go to 771, Jeannie Moss, with a time of 25.0. Your reserve world champion barrel racer, number 775, Levi Schreiber, with that time of 24.9. And ladies and gentlemen, your two-time world champion, number 759, Austin Sikora. Congratulations. Our gray horse and Austin were quite a pair with a time of 23.3. Congratulations. Now, Austin, we don't take out the queens. They are not barrels. Mackenzie and Bethany presenting your World Championship Award, once again to Austin Sikora. We will get that to the gate area, Austin, for you. If you want to take a lap around, ladies and gentlemen, with a winning time of 23.3 and an average of right at 23 seconds, Mr. Austin Sikora. Congratulations. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our next class into the arena is going to be our Drive for the Cure cart class. We are still waiting to get all of those carts, a little running late because of our long youth class today. So again, it's just going to be a little bit before we're in our charity cart class, Drive for the Cure. Again, we are just letting our exhibitors get time to get in those carts and get back towards the arena. Again, we had such a huge class today for our youth that, again, allowing plenty of time for our exhibitors. As you know, many years ago at our World Percheron Congress, we started honoring and helping to raise money to support great causes like breast cancer research, cancer research. It has grown. It has continued to be the pink ribbon, and we are proud to wear our pink and support that. But we do want to support all forms of cancer. This class is dedicated to those who are fighting, those who are survivors, those who will be diagnosed. Cancer is something that's going to affect each and every one of us. And this class just bringing awareness. Some of our riders and drivers will be dressed up. Some are going to be honoring somebody who has lost the battle or fought the battle. But this class is, again, going to be judged by Mr. Ray Houston, and it's going to be judged on the uniqueness of the way that they are symbolically trying to represent cancer research of any form, how they are decorated, their horse, their cart, themselves. Again, we want this to be a class where we let those fighters know that we are all fighting the battle with them. Our first entries making their way in our race and our Drive for the Cure charity cart class. We're going to have 7 entries in this first division, 7 entries making their way in. Tracy leading us off. Our last entry now making her way in. We're going to put you on the rail at the trot, please. All moving at the trot, please. You see how unique our exhibitors. We see some painted hoofs, we see some painted horses, beautiful decorations, main rolls in the pink, drivers in the pink, spokes with the garland. Tracy, you will be starting our reverse when you get to our corner. We're going to start reversing. Walk your entries, please. Walk. Trot on, please. Trot on. All right, Dakota is going to start our lineup. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our first heat making their way into the arena. Let's give our drivers a nice round of applause. As I said, many of our drivers have riders with them, or they have a story to tell, and we'll introduce each of those to you as they work for our judge. Our first entry in the lineup is the entry of Ground Pounders. We have Dakota driving, and they are driving in honor of Stacy Straub. Number 1506 is next. That is the Pickering entry. And they are fighting for cancer of a different style. On June 2nd of 2016, the world lost a great man and a friend to a rare leukemia blood cancer at the age of just 56. His name, Homer Barney Alexis. This type of cancer is rare and can sneak into a person unannounced. We must continue our fight for all types of cancer and cannot give up this battle to find a cure. The Pickering family and the ZD Pickering Family Farms Heavy Horse team members drive today in honor of Homer Barney Alexis, whose spirit is showcased in their Maverick horse, and they also dedicate this special moment to all those whom have been lost, those cancer patients that are actively fighting, and the families that are affected by this horrible disease. The hope for a cure for cancer is alive and drives with the ZD Pickering Family Heavy Horse Show operations every day. That's 1506. Next, we have the entry of the Pittman Percherons. Tracy, decked out in her bright pink. They are driving the Pittman Percheron hitch. The Barbie girls, Tracy Pittman and Miley Bassness, they are driving in memory of great-grandma O'Connor. Red is their hitch color, but pink is in their hearts as no one fights alone. Number 402, that is Pine Hollow Dairy, Lauren Mattoon driving. Today, Lauren drives in honor of two great aunts, both breast cancer survivors whose courage and strength have inspired their family. Aunt Chris had the opportunity to watch Lauren compete in this class at the World Show in Des Moines, and it truly enjoyed being a part of that experience. They lovingly remember her after passing from another form of cancer, and they are grateful Aunt Nancy is still with them today. This drive is for them and for everyone affected by breast cancer. That's entry 4002. That is Lauren Mattoon. Entry 2429 is the World Percherons. Driver is Nicole, and Nicole is driving in honor of Debbie Eitzen, one of their crew members. Number 1414 is H&M Percherons, Tammy McCullough driving. Today she is driving for a multitude of family members. Her mom, who has been battling bone cancer for 15 years. Her father, who has been battling skin cancer from Vietnam. Her aunt and cousin, who both have breast cancer. And her late grandma, who passed away in the 90s from bone cancer. This drive is for her family. And we have entry 3012, that is the Fahey entry. Mandy Heglin doing the driving. They are driving for Silver Creek Farms. Angie Hennon riding with her. And Erin Fahey. Thank you to those entries. All these young ladies and gentlemen here working for the same cause to recognize the fight. We're going to open the gates, and we're going to send these entries out, starting with Mandy. Mandy making her way out to the right. Take them all out with a nice round of applause. We do have one of our exhibitors that will not be hooking in this class, but Robidlawn Farms would like to say a big shout out to Nancy Salo, who has been battling breast cancer for the last 2 years. She is now in remission. One of her goals was to make it to the Congress. She's here today enjoying the show, and they're taking a world champion home with them to Michigan. Heat number 2 making their way in next. All right, we are going to go with this as your second division on the rail at the trot, please. Harley will be starting our reverse as she comes around. Walk, please, down to the walk. And we'll be you back to the trot, please. Back to the trot. And Miss Harley is going to be starting our lineup as she makes her way around. We will be starting our lineup. Well, ladies and gentlemen, heat number 2, would you make them feel welcome in the arena? Also, our good friends from L&P walking around selling our merchandise. We are going to continue to introduce you to these drivers. First in the lineup is Harley Gonzalez. Harley is driving in honor of Vicki Mulligan of Skyline Farms from New York. Courageously battled breast cancer before her passing in 2010. While they never got to meet, Vicki is also represented by her granddaughter Bethany, the Percheron World Congress princess, and Harley is riding in memory of Vicki Mulligan. Next, we have Lori Hammersbach with the Hammersbach Percherons. Lori gave me her note. It says, I am currently battling stage 4 terminal metastasis breast cancer. I was re-diagnosed April of 2024 with cancer in my back and my ribs. I am currently taking chemo pills morning and night, plus hormone pills nightly. I have a PET scan every 3 months to keep a close eye on the cancer. I am driving today for all of my sister warriors who are fighting the fight with her. Together we are stronger. Nap Time Percherons joining us from Michigan. Reed Knapp, accompanied by Laureen Knapp. Reed is the 6th generation, Laureen is the 4th generation to showcase the Percherons. They are driving for and in honor of Laureen's mother, Marilyn Robinson, and her cancer surviving sister, Maureen Parker, who is in the stands. As we said, Laureen is the 7th generation of Percheron breeders here, and going back to a great group of names, the Reeds, the Chandlers, the Robinsons, Nap Time Percherons, Maureen Parker, Abby Robinson West, KT Percheron, Steve and Carrie Knapp, Reed Knapp and Natalie and Courtney, and their 7th generation Briggs, Owen, and Ellery. It has been a great honor to have participated 4 generations here at our 150 year of our anniversary for the Percheron Horse Association. That is the entry of Nap Time Percherons. Fedor Farm Percherons, Jana doing the driving. She is driving in loving memory of her Aunt Julie Fedor, Gary's wife, and her surviving mother. Riding with her today is also Lori Carlson, a 12-year survivor. Jana and Lori met at Congress in Iowa in 2018 because of the Drive for the Cure class. The draft horse continued to be a part of her life as well. That is Jana, and with her today, 12-year survivor, Lori. Next, we have Jessica Smith, number 3021. Jessica driving, and she's driving in honor of the late Suzanne Marker. In our final position is Yoder Sand and Gravel. Bradley Glover, decked out in those pink glasses. They are driving Charles Wood Flash II in honor of Charles Medlin, Bradley's grandpa, who passed away in October of 2024 from ICC, an uncommon aggressive form of liver cancer, and he is driving in his memory. Mr. Bradley Glover for the Yoder Sand and Gravel. We're going to open the gates, and Bradley, you will make your way out next. Bradley making his way out for this division. Again, ladies and gentlemen, they are all making a difference. Let's take them all out with a nice round of applause. All right, our ground crew getting section number 3 ready for the arena, section 3. I don't know if you can get a close-up, but Merv, our ringman, has a bedazzled pink tie with pink gemstones, so Merv playing the role out there as well. Heat number 3 making their way in. On the rail at the trot, please. All moving at the trot. Miss Angie is going to be starting our reverse. Angie will be starting in the corner. Come down to the walk, please. Down to the walk. And moving back at the trot, please. All trot on. We are going to be making our lineup. As you make your way around, we will be lining up. Let's give our third heat a nice round of applause as they make their way in. Our first entry is the Stickler family entry. Joining us from Ohio, Angie is exhibiting, decked out in the beautiful pink. Number 4015 is next in our lineup. This is the Horde family Percherons with Abby. Abby says, I'm driving in honor of all those currently fighting their battle and my dear friend Jenny, who has won her battle. As a nurse, I've seen the strength and courage cancer patients show every day. Today, I'm driving in honor of all those fighting, those who have won, and in memory of those we have lost. That is entry 4015, our second entry in the lineup. Angie was our very first one. I just got her right up. Angie says, I'm driving in honor of those fighting breast cancer, in memory of those we've lost and everyone whose life has been changed by cancer. I'm driving in honor of my own experience living with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. This drive is for my family and friends who have lifted me, who have cheered with me, cried with me, and reminded me I never have to face this alone. That was our first entry with Angie Durr. Number 185, Clay, is driving for CRF. Clay says, I'm driving in honor of my incredible mom, Lori, the most selfless and resilient person I know, and a 9-year breast cancer survivor. I love you, Mom, is what he says. Thank you for raising me to be the man I am today and for showing us all the power of love and perseverance. That is Clay in memory, driving in honor of his mom, Lori. In the arena 1310A, we have Kenza Zubrod. And she says, for the second time, I am driving for Lori Hemmersbach. In 2018, I dedicated this drive to her as my childhood hero and do it again today to say thank you for pushing me to be a 6-horse hitch driver and the driver I am today. Kenseth is driving for Miss Lori Hammersbach. Beth Wilcox driving for the Gray Thunder Percheron. As a 2-time survivor of this awful disease, this class is very important to me. I drive to honor my mother, my aunts, and my sister who were also survivors. I would also like to honor my best friend who I lost to breast cancer. Every dollar spent trying to find a cure is important. Duke the horse wears a beautiful flower for everyone that they honor. Ladies and gentlemen, that is 1485 Beth Wilcox. Kim Scott driving for Double S Percherons. In 2024, 6 months after her sister passed away from ovarian cancer, Kim was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. During her routine mammogram is when they found it. In the next 15 months, she had 3 major surgeries and 33 radiation treatments. Her cancer is high risk to return. Kim is trying to live her fullest life with her 2 daughters and Jamie. Cancer affects the whole family, not just the person with the diagnosis. Kim's dress is white to symbolize hope, light pink to represent early detection, and hot pink to emphasize vitality. The flower stands for gratitude and the gift of life. That is Kim Scott for Double S Percherons. Our last entry in this class, Mr. Jared Hansen for the Hansen Percherons, driving in honor of his Aunt Judy Miller. Judy is a breast cancer survivor and the person who instilled in him the love of showing Percherons. Thank you going out to Judy Miller for always being a great cheerleader, and Jared for honoring Judy. We're going to open the gates and we will start dismissing with Mr. Jared Hansen. Again, our good friends at LNP are walking around. They have a lot of merchandise left for our Drive for the Cure class. They have sweatshirts, t-shirts, everything available. Make sure to stop down. All the money raised, we are donating back money to Mayo Clinic and the research for cancer research. So please Make sure to buy these shirts, support this great cause. Heat number 4, ready to come in. Maddie Strain leading our way in. Our gates are closed. Continue at the trot, please. Continuing at the trot. And Maddie will be starting our reverse. We're going to come down to the walk, please, to the walk. And back into the trot, please. All trot. Maddie will be starting our lineup when you come down to the end. We do have one more heat following this that will come in as we honor our cancer class. And let's give this division a nice round of applause as they make their way into the lineup. Our first entry in the lineup is the entry driven by Maddie Strain, joining us from Canada. Today they are driving for their mom, a breast cancer survivor. Her strength, her courage, and her determination continues to inspire them. Through the hardest battle of her life, she never gave up, and this drive is for her. Next, we have Sherry Strain, Silver Oak Percherons, joining us from Manitoba. Today, they too drive in honor of all who have been affected by breast cancer, and especially sister-in-law and aunt Sharon Strain. Next, we have Royal Wood Farms with Trish Powell. Mom, writer, survivor, won cancer, and Dolores Powell still after 21 years fighting other cancers. Dad is a survivor of cancer, Scott Powell. Nancy, a survivor of breast cancer. Grandma taken with bladder cancer. Aunt Debbie taken with lung cancer. And the card is decorated in honor of everyone dealing with cancer. Whether you have cancer or close to someone with cancer, it is hard on everyone. At 3 years old, her mom was diagnosed with cancer, and she says she doesn't remember her life without cancer in it. Trish Powell with Royal Wood Farms, saluting a great magnitude of people. Lone Oak Percherons, joining us from Manitoba with Courtney Collier. Courtney driving in honor of members of the Lane family who recently passed away from cancer. 9 years of age, Addison Mitchell, daughter of Nicole and Ben Mitchell, granddaughter to Tom and Darlene Lane, battled leukemia and passed away September of 2023. Great uncle David Lane, also after battling leukemia, passed away on January 16th of 2026. Cancer touches and gives everyone's life a challenge. And today the challenge, as we now have our loved ones watching over us, and we want to fight for those that are facing this dreadful disease. That is the entry of Lone Oak Percherons with Courtney. Red Oak Team Canada has Simon, driving in memory of Jane Tarbell, whose strength, courage, and determination continues to inspire those who knew her. Jane was a close family friend of Wishy Bush's family. After a courageous 5 to 8 year battle with breast cancer, Jane passed away in 2023. Throughout her journey, she faced every challenge with remarkable resilience, grace, and hope, leaving a lasting impact on family, friends, and the community. This drive is a tribute to Jane's life, her unwavering spirit, and countless individuals and their families that are affected by breast cancer. Are going to open the gates, and we are going to send this group out. Simon will be making his way out first. All right, our next section ready to make their way in. All right, we're going to have everybody moving on the rail at the trot, please. On the rail at the trot. Krista will be starting our reverse with Oakley. Down to the walk, please. Down to the walk. And moving back at the trot, please. All moving at the trot. Are going to line up as you make your way around. Ladies, we are going to line up. Pay attention to our ring steward. We need everybody to come in closely, please. All right, let's go ahead and bring Allie down a little closer. We're going to put all of those together because we're going to bring all of our entries back in. In this class, we did get a little bit out of our order, but we're going to go ahead and acknowledge each and every one. First in our lineup is Emily. Emily is driving for Midnight Star Percherons. And she says, we are giving cancer the boot in honor of our mom, Kathy, who lost her battle to breast cancer 19 years ago, and honoring our friend Shady, who is a breast cancer survivor. That is our first entry in the lineup, Emily with the Midnight Star Percherons. 4020 is next. This is Beisel Brothers and Kettle Marine Carriages. Driving in honor of her husband, Mike, who has stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and in honor of John and Luke Beissel's late uncle, Henry Peters, who passed away from pancreatic cancer in January of this year. Mike is one of the longest survivors of the rare form of this cancer, being here with us for almost 4 years when Mayo said he had 3 to 6 months. The horse is owned by Beisel Brothers. Purple is the color of pancreatic cancer awareness, and today they honor this dreadful disease. That is Jody driving. Number 4033 is Double Barrel Percherons with Oakley Hennard, just 6 years old, doing the driving with her mom, Krista. They are driving for all of those who are fighting cancer, men, women, and children, and they say, never lose the hope. Number 4031 is Straight River Percherons in Tara Simon, driving in honor of her grandma, Romaine, and her Aunt Pat. Number 4030 is Breezy Hill Thunder with Maya, and she is fighting and driving today for everyone fighting any type of cancer. Entry 1262 is Allie Hussey, driving the White Mountain Percherons. She is driving her horse Spring Waters Vegas, and she is driving in memory of Mary Jo, known by everyone as Aunt Jo. Our class making its way back in. Miss Lori, very fitting, leading this way in. Feel free to clap along, sing along. We are all family when it comes to fighting this dreadful disease. Looks like another class of 2 lines. We're going to be forming 2 lines as they come around. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are one family and we are all fighting these terrible diseases together. Let's stand and give all of these exhibitors that are honoring their loved ones a nice round of applause. I promise you there are so many battles out there that people are fighting we don't even know about, and this is just our small way of giving back. Through our Drive for the Cure class, we again are going to be presenting a special check today. That will be a $5,000 check going to the Mayo Clinic Department of Development for Cancer Research. On behalf of your World Percheron Congress, $5,000 going to Mayo Clinic. We would also like to say a special thank you to Elite Horse Decorations. Each one of our exhibitors received a set of decorations for their horse, the flowers, the mane roll. That is a big commitment to make. So thank you to Elite Decorations for that donation. All right, we are going to place our top 15 entries in this class, but again, we do want to recognize each and every one that made a difference in this class. This started several congresses ago, just a way to bring awareness, and it has grown into such a tribute that these exhibitors look forward to at each Congress to help promote and to honor the loved ones. Our judge, Mr. Ray Houston, this could be one of the toughest classes of his day. It is just a tremendous class where we'll be placing our top 15 entries. We're then going to be moving into our costume class. That's a fun class. I'm not sure I'll know what everybody is, but we're going to have a great costume class as well. Right. In this class, we do have entries that will be held in reserve. And again, thank you so much for telling your story. Thank you for the awareness. This will be in no particular order. In reserve, entry 2263. And if you're on the front row, you may feel free to go out to your left. 2263 Silver Oak Percherons. 2429 Barsh Percherons. $26.11 Fagan the Ground Pounders entry. $40.41 Stickler family. Number 4044 CRF Percherons. Number 4036 Naptime Percherons. Number 4032 Double Barrel Percherons. Number 4031 Straight River Percherons. Number 3021 Thunderstruck Percherons. Number 4004 Strain Family Farm. Number 4005 Furrows to Fences. 4006 Royal Woods. Number 414 H&M. Number 415 Horde Family Percherons. 4020 Kettle Moraine Carriages. Merv, we do need you to check one number, Merv. Also in reserve, number 4028 Midnight Star Percherons. Number 4030 Breezy Hill Thunder. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have your top 15 entries in this class. Your top 15. Ribbons start at 10th, but we will award our top 15th if you'll go out to your left. In 15th position is number 1485 Gray Thunder Percherons, Beth Wilcox, honoring our Drive for the Cure. In 14th position, number 1377, the Pittman Percherons, joining us from Claremont, Minnesota. Tracy, honoring the Drive for the Cure. 13th goes to number 1375, Red Oak Farms with Harley. Even tight wraps on those horses' legs in the bright pink. Twelfth place today going to the one that we think of when we think of a true fighter. Number 1406, Miss Lori Hammersbach. Lori was at our Congress 4 years ago fighting, and she is the one that put such a drive into this class. In 11th place, entry number 3012, Silver Creek Farms, the Fahey family entry. In 10th place, entry number 4001, that is Hanson Percherons, with Jared exhibiting. In 9th place today, entry number 4029, that is Double S Percherons from Missouri with Miss Kim Scott. All right, everybody just quiet. We do have his hat back there. Make sure we don't run over that. We'll get Jared his hat back. Kim making her way around in 9th place. Our Percheron Queen, Bethany, with Oakley assisting, and our coordinator, Logan Mock. 8th place today is going to go to number 4000, Fedor Farm Percherons, with Jana exhibiting. Making the trip from Cassopolis, Michigan. In 7th place today, entry number 4011, that is Lone Oak Percherons. They join us from Bertle, Manitoba, celebrating the family members they've lost and are fighting the dreadful disease. In 6th place, the award is going to go to number 2442, Red Oak Farms of Canada. Congratulations. In 5th place, entry number 4002, Pine Hollow Dairies entry, making the trip from New York with Lauren exhibiting. In 4th place, our congratulations to number 1506. That is Diane Pickering with the ZD Pickering Family Farm entry, representing Prince George, British Columbia. In 3rd place, entry 1262, White Mountain Percherons, Allie Hussey. In the arena now, ladies and gentlemen, our top two, your reserve champion and your champion. Today, the honors of reserve, our congratulations going to Mr. Bradley Glover with the Yoder Sand and Gravel. Beautiful drive, Bradley. And ladies and gentlemen, your winning entry in our Drive for the Cure. What a beautiful turnout by Kenseth Zubrod. Zubrod Percherons from Oklahoma. And for the second time, Kenseth is driving for Lori Hammersbach, who has inspired her to go on to be a driver of our 6-horse hitch and our multiple hitches. Kenseth did a beautiful job, beautiful cart decor, and she is driving for a wonderful cause. Kenseth coming around for her award. Our Queen Bethany, Miss Oakley helping with this, as well as Logan, our coordinator. We want to say a special thank you to our friends from the Manitoba Percheron Breeders. They are the sponsors of this outstanding class, a class that so much affects each and every one of us every day of our lives. We're going to ask Kenseth to make her way around on a victory pass. Ladies and gentlemen, your world champion for the Drive for the Cure, Miss Kenseth Zubrod. Once again, your winner, Kenseth Zubrod for the Zubrod Percherons. And a special thank you to the Manitoba Percheron Breeders, proud sponsors. For generations, they have been a dedicated group of breeders playing a pivotal role in cultivating and celebration of the Percheron breed throughout Manitoba and beyond. I don't know how Ray got so lucky to judge these hard classes. He's just lucky. He's going to see the costume class. Now, the costume class, are we going to see the horse dressed, the rider dressed, or the leader dressed? Who knows, but it could be all three. So we are going to be welcoming our costume contestants in. We had to kind of give a few of them time to get back to get re-geared, but we're going to be coming in with our costume class. This costume class sponsored by Gordyville, USA, located in Gifford, Illinois, home to the Mid-America Draft Horse Sale each and every February. And we would like to thank our great friends from the Manitoba Percheron Breeders for sponsoring classes throughout our Congress. Visitors to Manitoba will find a unique opportunity to tour local Percheron farms where they can witness firsthand the remarkable quality and diversity of the horses raised in that region. Many breeders welcome guests to explore their facilities and learn about the traditions that have shaped their breeding programs over the generations. For those interested in purchasing a Percheron, there are numerous horses available for sale, offering a chance to become a part of this vibrant and long-standing community. Whether you are a seasoned enthusiast or simply curious about the breed, visiting these farms provides an enriching experience and a deeper appreciation for Manitoba's Percheron heritage. Well, I did get a note just passed to me, so I don't want to shock you, Ray, but they tell me that Willie Nelson and Dolly Parton will be in the house in this class. Don't forget to stop over at L&P and pick up your official swag for the World Percheron Congress, as well as your Drive for the Cure merchandise. Also, visit all of our great booths that are still set up. Well, the first one in has already made me smile. So we have an ogre in the house. His name is Gordy Rosika. I'm going to have to explain some of these. They're all handing me note cards. It might be easier once they get lined up if they just step forward when I read their cards, because we're getting lots of cards handed in. I-O, it's off to work they go. We are going to parade everyone around the arena, We're going to make everyone continue to walk around, and then Merv's going to line you up. So pay attention. I believe those are all our entries that are coming in. Coming into the lineup, please, into the lineup. How about the unique creativity of all of these? They all have done a tremendous job. We will parade everyone around again as they leave, because not everybody got to see all these beautiful units and beautiful exhibitors. All right, now that everyone is in the lineup, I'm just going to be real honest and say I've lost control of all the descriptions that were just handed to me. So I'm going to read a description, and if that is your group, I want you to raise your hands, cheer, because I don't want to miss anybody, but I want to recognize them, and I don't have them in order. So our first that came in, we have Team Shrek, from Donkey to the Princess to the Dragon, the Fairies, the Slayer. We have Team Shrek. And again, this might not be in order, but I'm going to recognize CRF Percherons. That is Team USA figure skating Olympic gold medalist Alyssa Liv and the quad god, along with everyone's favorite Olympic commentator, the Double G Snoop Dogg. Raise your hand. I don't know where you're at in that lineup. Right down there in the middle. They must think I'm blind. Afton, Flynn, Beckett, Bollinger. And we have Cameron and Cooper from Frozen. Right here are Frozen entries. All right, 40-41. Where are you? 40-41. This is Isla and Mario, the brave plumber. Where's our plumber? Who defends the Mushroom Kingdom from Bowser, the fire-breathing Compass King. Tim, with Mario taking the lead and Bowser following along, proves that even gaming's greatest rivals can make an unforgettable team. Next, we have Beth Kefner's entry. Elsa, the village pack horse. Elsa's job is to carry flowers, homespun cloth, and wheat safely to the market. As a dependable draft horse, she helps a working village family transport the goods they have grown and made. Together, horse and handler represent the teamwork that made everyday life possible during the Renaissance. If you want to step forward or I can see you better, we have Little Bo Peep and her overgrown sheep. I think Little Bo Peep has lost some of her fluffiness around the arena. All right, I have straight from Disney, Ratatouille. This Percheron is ready to serve a delicious plate of spaghetti and meatballs. Ratatouille, then the spaghetti. Rhiannon with her horse Pegasus Farms Carly, Year of the Fire Horse. In 2026, the Chinese zodiac returned to the Year of the Fire Horse after 60 years. This year is characterized by independence, passion, charisma, and action-orientated. With the 40-year anniversary of the World Percheron Congress and America's 250th birthday, it has only seemed right to claim this as the Year of the Horse. Next, we have Cooper with Rapunzel from Tangled. Rapunzel, let your hair down, with Maximus, our gray horse, riding side saddle. Rapunzel from Tangled. Well, I give you a little prelude to know that Dolly Parton and Willie Nelson are in the house. The country music powerhouse. They've traveled the road to Minnesota from Tennessee, stopping along the way to perform. Now they're ready to sing on the road again, back home from the World Percheron Congress. We have our elephant and mouse. The elephant and the mouse. A friend in need is a friend indeed. No one is far too small, and no one is too big to be insignificant to make a difference. True strength lies in kindness and mutual support. Our elephant and our mouse. Number 4046, this is Pam with her horse Sky. The Indian costume represents Pam when she was the high school mascot for the Waynesburg Red Raiders many moons ago. This was the first time in school history that the mascot physically rode a horse at the football games and during parades. The original costume worn today was hand-sewn by her mom. Afterwards, her daughter Tanya was in the same high school mascot, also wore this costume. She rode her brother's barrel racing mare while leading the football team onto the football field during the opening ceremonies. Still moving moons ahead, the costume was worn by her granddaughters in the costume class at local horse shows. The handprints on Sky represent her grandchildren who were here this week to watch her show. Today's ride will be in memory of her loving and dedicated parents who inspired the love of horses and riding in a very early age. Midnight Star Percherons with Nathan, Emily, and Wyatt. The horse is Quentin. And they are your fire rescue station, your fire rescue, your fire truck. Entry 4021 is Emily Tim, Athena, Goddess of War. Pittman Percherons has Cat in the Hat and the gang with them. You want to raise your hand and cheer down there. I see Snow White and the Seven Dwarves out there. All the way down in the end, I see our Beach Babes. Well, I hope we have recognized each and every one of you. Each time we have a costume class, it is amazing on the creativity that our exhibitors come up with. I'm going to tell you right now, I had no idea that that was a bowl of spaghetti and meatballs, but now I'm learning. From the very funny, never thought I'd see Gord Rosika with his face painted green, to the very serious with our horse and the handprints. So a lot of different things out there to see. But again, it's the creativity of our Percheron exhibitors that we truly do say a special thank you. This class sponsored by Gordyville, USA, located in Gifford, Illinois. It is the premier spot for horse shows, and it is also known as the premier spot to hold each February the Mid-America Draft Horse Sale. So thank you to Gordyville, USA, our class sponsor for our costume class. So our judge had some tough decisions out there. We are going to leave everybody standing, and as soon as we have that card placed, we are going to be awarding your top 15 entries. Thank you to those exhibitors who have worked diligently to get these horses here in the arena. We also did not forget, we just failed to mention Nick out there, George Washington. Do we have George Washington in the house? All right, I know I'm going to get the groans on this. Gordy, we're going to start with you and your group, and we're going to make one more pass around. Our judge wants to see everybody one more time make a pass. So you're going to go all the way around. We're going to start with our ogre, and the dragon, and the fairies, and the grandkids. We're going to just continue with everyone going our Frozen, and our Renaissance, Rapunzel, Year of the Horse, Snow White and her big sheep, our spaghetti and meatballs, Ratatouille, Minnie Mouse, Mario. I see a sword and a shield. Willie Nelson and Dolly Parton. She's looking a little chesty. And that is the horse. We have our elephant. What a trunk on the elephant. We have the Indian with the handprints of her representing her grandchildren. Off to work you go. Our skating champion making their way around with Mr. Big and the big gold dollar sign on his neck. The fire truck, Elmwood Area Fire. We have things 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from Dr. Seuss with the cat in the hat. And look at the revolutionist. We have George Washington and his family, and that horse, that is absolutely beautiful with the stars and stripes as we celebrate 250 years. Our chariot racer, that might be something we need to add to our next World Percheron Congress, chariot racing. Nice job. Our forecart decked out as a chariot. Tim, you forgot your bathing suit. I see the coconuts on that mare. I was preempted. Well, today it is a mare because it has coconut chest. They told me they worked hard to get the coconuts on it. You can come on back into the lineup, everyone coming back into the lineup. We do have to check a number with our judge real quick. All right, our judge has seen this class and he has placed it, and what a fun class it was once again. In 15th position, we are going to go down to number 1506. That is the Pickering family entry with our Beach Girls. And our beach boy who forgot his bathing suit. Our ribbons will start at 10th. In 14th is number 1377, Pittman Percherons, with Cat in the Hat and our Things. In 13th place will be entry number 4020. That is the entry of Kettle Moraine Carriages, joining us from Wisconsin. Our Knight in Shining Armor. 12th place will go to number 4041. That is the Stickler family entry, joining us from Ohio. Mario making his way out. In 11th place, number 4048, Furrows to Fences. Our Spaghetti and Meatballs, Ratatouille. Tenth place, number 4043, Northern Journey Farms. Our ribbon starting now with 4043. That is Frozen. Ninth place to number 4021. That is Wolf Creek Percherons, joining us from Wisconsin. That is our Chariot driver. In 7th place, entry number 4031, that is Straight River Percherons, Nick Harbaugh and crew, with our salute to the red, white, and blue. Sixth place going to go to Oak Ridge Stables, number 4026. That is our Ogre and all of our good friends. 4026. Good friends from Shrek. Fifth place, number 4050. That is Stormy Shelton's entry from Virginia. Our Shrek making their way out next. Then our Elephant. Fourth place is going to go to number 2611, Ground Pounder Percherons, with I off to work we go. Now again, we have entries that will probably be in reserve here, but we had way too many to try to get things out, so we're going to continue placing. Fourth place going to Ground Pounders. They're still singing. Third place to number 4028, Midnight Star Percherons. That is our fire department with the lights even working. Second place today, your reserve champion, number 4005. That is the entry of Furrows to Fences. Little Bo Peep with her sheep. And ladies and gentlemen, your world champion today, and we will call out reserves when we have named your champion. Your champion today is number 1485. 1485. It is Dolly Pardon and Willie Nelson. In reserve, we have Rapunzel. We have our Fire Horse of the Year, Minnie Mouse. We have our Renaissance Collection. We have our Indian going back to the school mascot, and we have our Olympic skater, all represented in reserve. But today, your champion in our costume competition is going to go to entry 1485, Gray Thunder Percherons, joining us from Mokina, Illinois. We have Dolly. Boy, her hair's looking beautiful in that foretop area. And Willie Nelson ready to sing us a song. Congratulations to all of our exhibitors in that costume class. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be taking a break until we come back with our evening class. Our evening class is tonight starting at 5 o'clock. We are going to be starting with the ever-popular Supreme 6-Horse Hitch Championship. So make sure to go around, visit with our people selling all the great wares around the Coliseum. Stop in and get your official swag, including your Drive for the Cure, and come back at 5 o'clock to find your seat.